Most people believe that financial success comes from being exceptional, smarter than everyone else, faster than the market, better at making decisions. They believe that to build wealth, they must stand out, take big risks, make bold moves, do something extraordinary. But what if that idea is exactly what keeps most people from succeeding? What if trying to be above average is the very thing that causes financial stress, bad decisions, and long-term failure? In reality, most people don't lose money because they lack intelligence. They lose money because they try too hard to outperform everyone else. They chase trends, they follow hype, they take risks they don't fully understand. And over time, that constant effort to be exceptional creates instability instead of wealth. The truth is, some of the most financially successful people in the world are not extraordinary at all. They are patient, they are consistent, they are willing to be average for a very long time. And that quiet approach, repeated over years, often leads to better results than any bold strategy ever could. In this video, we'll explore why being average is not a weakness, but one of the most powerful financial advantages you can have. In today's world, we are constantly told to aim higher, to be better, to move faster, to stand out from everyone else. In finance, this idea becomes even stronger. People believe that success only comes to those who take bold risks, make big moves, and think differently from the crowd. But the truth is, most people who try to be exceptional with money end up doing the opposite of what works. They overestimate their ability to predict outcomes, they underestimate risk, and they confuse activity with progress. What often goes unnoticed is that financial success rarely comes from being extraordinary. It comes from being consistent, from avoiding big mistakes, from repeating simple behaviors for a long time. This video is about understanding why being average, in the best possible way, can actually be one of the smartest financial strategies you can follow. It's about learning why patience often beats talent, why discipline matters more than intelligence, and why long-term thinking quietly outperforms short-term ambition. Once you understand this, your relationship with money begins to change. You stop chasing quick wins, you stop comparing yourself to others, and you start building something that lasts. Most people grow up believing that success comes from standing out, being smarter, faster, more ambitious than everyone else. And in many areas of life, that idea makes sense. But when it comes to money, this way of thinking often creates more problems than results. In finance, trying to be above average usually means taking bigger risks. It means chasing higher returns. It means believing you can outsmart the market or predict what will happen next. And that mindset is exactly where many people go wrong. The problem is not intelligence. The problem is overconfidence. When people believe they are better than average, they take risks they don't fully understand. They invest in things they can't explain. They follow trends without knowing why they work, or if they will keep working. And when things go well, confidence grows even more, until one bad decision wipes out years of progress. This is why so many financial stories end the same way. Fast growth followed by sudden loss. The desire to outperform others often leads people to ignore the most important rule of money. Survival comes first. Wealth is not built by being brilliant once. It's built by avoiding mistakes repeatedly. The people who succeed financially over decades are rarely the boldest. They are the ones who stay within their limits, who accept average returns, who avoid unnecessary risk. They understand that being average consistently is far more powerful than being exceptional for a short period of time. And that mindset alone changes everything about how money is managed. Most people believe that success comes from talent, from intelligence, from being naturally good at making decisions. But when it comes to money, talent is rarely the deciding factor. What truly separates people who build wealth from those who don't is consistency. Doing the right thing once doesn't change much. Doing the right thing repeatedly, even when it feels boring, changes everything. The problem is that consistency doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't create instant results, and it doesn't give you a story to brag about. That's why so many people abandon it. They start saving, then stop. They invest for a while, then pull out. They make a plan, then change it as soon as something feels uncomfortable. Not because the plan was wrong, but because patience is harder than action. In finance, progress often looks invisible at first. Weeks go by, months pass, nothing seems to change, and that's when most people give up. But those who stay consistent understand something important. Time is doing the work for them, even when they can't see it. They don't need to be smarter than everyone else. They don't need perfect timing. They just need to avoid big mistakes and keep moving forward. Consistency protects you from emotional decisions. It keeps you grounded when markets fluctuate, and it allows small, ordinary actions to grow into meaningful results. In the long run, discipline beats motivation. Habits beat inspiration, and steady progress beats dramatic moves. That's why the most successful people financially are often the most predictable. They don't chase trends, they don't panic. They simply stay the course, year after year. One of the hardest things to accept about money is that progress takes time. Not days, not weeks, but years. And in a world where everything feels instant, patience becomes rare. People want results quickly. They want proof that they're doing the right thing. They want to feel that their effort is paying off. But real financial growth doesn't work that way. Most of the time, nothing seems to be happening. Balances grow slowly, improvements feel invisible, and progress is easy to underestimate. This is where many people give up, not because their plan was wrong, but because it didn't move fast enough to feel rewarding. Patience, however, is what allows good decisions to compound. It gives time for small actions to turn into meaningful results. It protects you from reacting emotionally to short-term changes. People who succeed financially understand this deeply. They don't rush. They don't chase every opportunity. They don't panic when progress slows down. They understand that stability comes from staying consistent, even when there's no immediate feedback. Over time, patience creates confidence. Confidence creates discipline, and discipline creates freedom. Not because of luck, not because of talent, but because they were willing to stay the course when others couldn't. That quiet ability to wait, to trust the process, is one of the most powerful financial advantages a person can have. Most people spend their lives trying to be better than everyone else, smarter, faster, more successful. But when it comes to money, that mindset often creates more stress than progress. Real financial stability doesn't come from standing out. It comes from staying consistent, from avoiding big mistakes, from giving time the chance to work in your favor. Being average is not a weakness. It's often the safest and most powerful path forward. When you stop trying to beat the system and start working with it, money becomes calmer, simpler, and more predictable. And over time, that calm approach builds something far more valuable than quick wins. It builds security. It builds confidence. It builds freedom. If this message resonated with you, there's much more to explore. In the next videos, we'll continue breaking down the ideas behind long-term financial thinking and quiet wealth. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. New content is posted regularly here on Quiet Wealth. Thank you for watching.